Hi, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use Google's NotebookLM, which is an experimental app, allowing you to actually analyze the text that you have and then letting it generate analysis or summaries or briefings or even FAQs, and even a quick podcast that highlights the salient points found in your documents. Okay, so this is how it works. But before that, I would suggest to you highly to do this on desktop PC instead of using a mobile devices, because it works better with the browser on your PC rather than using the browser on your mobile devices. Okay, the first step is actually to go to the URL itself. Go to notebooklm.google.com, as you can see, and then after that, let it load, and you can see I've already made some notes over here. Okay, so I'll just start a new notebook, and then this is the important part. Now I can add sources, and then based on these sources, the application will analyze the information that matters most, as you can see is stated here, and then it can produce a lot of different things, or it can produce briefs, summaries, and even FAQs based on the sources that you have added into the notebook itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Google Docs, okay, from my Google Drive. In this case, I'm using 4 sermon texts which I have written for delivery, for presentation in my local church. Okay, these tags are Death of the King. So I'm selecting the text. Okay, so I can select multiple texts. Okay, and all right, what is the kingdom of God? What is the gospel? Who's the king? And Death of the King. So you can see I've selected 4 sermon texts, and then I just need to click insert. And now it is creating the notebook guide for me, and you can see already here in an automated sense it allows me to select what kind of guide, what kind of summary, or what kind of information I can ask it to generate from the sources that I've included into this notebook. Here I can create an FAQ, I can create a study guide, I can create a table of contents, briefing doc, and timeline. It quickly generates a summary of the text or the sources that you have included into the notebook. But first, let me just quickly name the notebook to be gospel, giving it the title Gospel, Kingdom, and King. Okay, that's the series of my sermon. And now you can see how quickly the AI is able to produce a summary based on these 4 sermon texts which I have actually inserted or added into this notebook as sources. You can see I can also remove the sources if I want to, okay, simply by unchecking these boxes here. And another interesting feature is that it can even generate a conversation or a podcast between 2 people, normally a male and a female, and then it will produce the summary of all these what do you call sources that you have included into the notebook. This is really interesting, so I would highly suggest you to try it out. And then there are some prompters that you can use, or they have highlighted some prompters that you can use to drill down even more into the sources, into the text that you have inserted into the notebook. For example, what is the purpose of the death of Jesus Christ as argued by the author of the Gospel of Mark? Or you can type your own prompt if you want to, so you just type it down here. All right, okay, so let me just use this suggested prompt and then show you what happens. All right, so this is the conversation. All right, so it says close chat, so this is the chat interface. I inserted a prompt like this, and then it gives me the result from the prompt. And it also will provide you the references. That means where did this come from. For example, it says the author of the Gospel of Mark argued that the purpose of Jesus' death was to serve as proof that he was the Messiah, even though it appeared to be evidence to the contrary. Okay, so where is this coming from? So if you mouse over the reference or the citation, you can see it will show you the parts from the sources where this is picked up from. Okay, so this is very interesting. Then you can save it as a note if you want to, and then it becomes a note. Okay, if I go back to my notebook guide, okay, if I am to choose another prompt, I can easily do so by clicking any of the suggested prompts, or I can just type my own prompt. Okay, what is the most important point of this sermon text? Okay, let's see what it says. But as you can see, it is very efficient in terms of the summary that it produces. Okay, the most important point of this sermon is that the gospel or the good news centers around the arrival of God's kingdom, with Jesus as the king, as really evidenced by Jesus' life, ministry, death, and resurrection. Now, this is on point. This is on point. This is the focus of the focus of the sermon, the series of sermon that I delivered in my local church. So basically, this is a very powerful tool that you can actually use for your research, for your marketing, for your study, for students, for your academic work. You can put in all your working papers or your assignments into a notebook, and then ask the AI to produce what you call salient points, which you can use for let's say a later project, or even as an exercise to increase your learning in order for you to prep for example for your exams or something like that. So I highly suggest you to try this out. NotebookLM by Google. Right, this is still an experimental app, but it is very good. So I highly suggest you try it out. Ultimately, you can also, basically you can also share your notebook with other people if you want to, so you can work collaboratively with other people. As usual, Google is very good in terms of collaborative work. So I would highly suggest you to try this out with your colleagues, with your friends, if you are involved in some sort of collaborative work. Okay, so that's all from me today. See you in the next one.